There's a question almost nobody asks when talking about money. Most people ask, which job pays more? Or how can I make more money? But there's a much more important question that hardly ever comes up. The question is, why do some people who earn a lot of money stay broke, while others, with average salaries, manage to build a stable financial life? The answer to this question reveals something that many people ignore for years. Most people's financial problems don't start with their salary. They start much earlier. They start with a lack of financial education. Think about something simple. When someone gets their first paycheck, nobody teaches them what to do with that money. In school, people learn math, history, science, and many other subjects. But rarely do they learn something extremely practical: how to manage the money that will pass through their hands for their entire life. So what happens? Most people learn about money just by observing others around them. Parents, friends, co-workers. The problem is that many of those people have never learned how to handle money in a healthy way themselves. This creates a curious effect. A person can spend 20, 30, or even 40 years working hard without ever learning basic money rules. They might get raises, change jobs, or earn more over time. But is still like enough. Not because they earn little, but because they never learned to control the flow of money. Now imagine a different situation. Someone starts learning about financial education relatively early. Nothing extremely complex, just simple concepts. How to avoid unnecessary debt, how to spend less than they earn, how to save a portion of their income, and how to invest consistently over the years. At first, these decisions seem too small to make a difference. Save $50 here, $100 there. It's insignificant. But over time, these small choices start to add up. This is one of the secrets that rarely comes up in conversations about money. Most important financial changes don't happen quickly. They happen slowly, almost invisibly. While some people spend all the money they earn, others are quietly building financial stability. There's also another detail that few people notice. When someone doesn't have financial education, money often causes anxiety. They feel afraid to check their bank account, scared to look at credit card statements, afraid to face the reality of their finances. This creates a dangerous cycle. The less someone understands money, the more they tend to avoid dealing with it. And the more they avoid it, the harder it becomes to solve the problems. But when someone starts understanding financial education, something interesting happens. Money stops being confusing and starts becoming predictable. The person begins to understand where their money is going. They start planning decisions better. And little by little, they begin to gain control over their financial life. Another important point is that financial education changes how someone sees the future. Many people live only in the financial present. The thought is simple. If the money came in today, it can be spent today. But someone who understands financial education starts seeing time as a powerful ally. Every dollar saved today can turn into something much bigger in the future. And this is exactly why financial education can be more important than salary. Because our high salary without financial knowledge can disappear quickly. But an average salary, when managed wisely, can grow over the years and create something many people desire: security. Financial security doesn't mean being a millionaire. For many people, security means something much simpler. It means having peace of mind to pay the bills. It means not constantly worrying about money. It means having a reserve for tough times. And perhaps most importantly, it means having the freedom to make choices without money always being the biggest obstacle. Many people spend years trying to increase their salary without realizing that there's another extremely valuable skill: learning how to manage the money they already earn. When this skill appears, something starts to change. Small decisions begin to have more impact. Money stops disappearing for no reason and starts being used with purpose. At the end of the day, salary can determine how much income someone has. But financial education determines what happens to that income. It decides whether money will just pass through someone's hands, or if it will be used to build something bigger over time. So here's the most important point you need to understand. It doesn't matter how much you earn if you don't know how to use the money you already have. Financial education isn't just about saving or investing. It's about knowing how to make conscious decisions every day, small choices that, combined, can completely transform your life. Saving part of your paycheck, learning to invest in a simple way, avoiding unnecessary debt, and planning for the future are actions that create freedom. When you start acting this way, you realize money stops being a constant problem and starts working in your favor. And the best part, this change is within reach of anyone, no matter how much they earn. The secret isn't to make more money, it's to use what you already have better. And that's what separates people who struggle from those who truly build financial stability.